Yeah. No, you can't have it like that, G.
What?
Why? Hi.
Hi guys.
Hi.
Welcome back to another episode of Strictly PG.
Not another one.
Another one.
Another one.
God.
I've seen you too much.
No, I've seen you too much.
All right.
No, I've seen
It's
Carl.
too
I've
much.
seen G too much.
It's too
over
much.
the past 72 hours. It's been unbearable.
Unbearable, that's
All right,
mean.
sorry, not unbearable, but okay. So I saw you Saturday morning, had a couple of hours break, and then I saw you Saturday afternoon and evening.
You invited me.
I did. Carl, I invited G
You rang
and
me.
your partner
Yeah.
to our house, but
Yeah.
your partner couldn't make it, so you came home for a little bit.
You were pissed about that, weren't you?
You was meant to leave, but she just didn't leave.
No.
She just didn't leave.
No, your partner didn't want me to leave. She
Yeah, I
even
know.
said.
It was a bit weird how much she didn't want you to leave, to be honest.
Can
Yeah, I know what you're going to say.
Can we say? So, Paige invited me. I don't know why you're acting like it was forced. You openly opened your house to me.
I did, yeah.
No, it was nice. But did you go get ice?
I went to go get
something?
ice and I went to go get some Doritos.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, so I went, Carl, I got back.
For
The
those who-
hair was all over the place, really messy.
Yeah. So for those of you not watching, you won't be able to see, but it was like this.
So the hair was really messy, and for some reason, somehow, their T-shirts have been swapped.
Oh, there's questions
Do you
that
know
need
the
to
best
be
part
asked.
though, Carl? She come back and noticed the hair straight away. It took her a good 5 minutes to realise we had swapped T-shirts. You were completely oblivious.
And I stood there like a chump with some hummus and Doritos, whilst you two had been at it like rabbits. But it was good. You came round.
Yeah,
and
it was nice.
we had my favourite wok to vegan.
Oh, yeah, so I tried vegan food for the first time. I will say, I know I drag you, but it was actually really nice. I really enjoyed it. It
Thank you.
was probably like an 8.7 out of 10. You lost marks because just in my head I knew it wasn't meat.
Yeah.
But I think if you hadn't have told me, I probably would have been like, that's banging.
Did you? Oh,
There's a fly.
There's a fly in here. Carl, don't show your face.
Oh,
It's
no,
getting ready
Carl,
to hit
don't
me on
show
the
your
head.
face. This is chaos
I'm
already.
sweating. Well,
I can't.
right, we've got a guest. It's Mr. Fly.
Oh God, guys, it's like we don't normally film of an evening, but we're
Yeah.
filming of an evening tonight, and our chaotic episodes come from that.
Yeah.
Because I'm at my wit's end today.
You should see the size of my pants that I have on right now.
Are they huge?
Massive.
Oh no!
I would show you that it's a big
I
roast,
feel
but-
like that's for another podcast.
Yeah. Or for Patreons. I don't even know what Patreon is, to be honest.
Carl, maybe feel free to chime in because I feel like you know a bit more about this than me.
Patreon, it's like a site where you can put up extra content, but then the content's behind a paywall. If people wanted to pay for a higher tier, like, for example, if they wanted to see my face,
Oh!
then they could pay extra.
Is
Carl's
that
getting,
you?
He's
Is
getting
that
big for his boots.
I
He thinks
know.
people are going to pay to see his face now.
you know
This is
your
what
worth?
we've done this.
You know
We've
your
created
worth,
a monster.
Man. I know. I've created a monster. It's not all about you, Carl.
Yeah, Cole, this is strictly PG.
There's no
Strictly
C involved.
Thank you.
Oh, there is a C in the middle though.
Oh, yeah, strictly PG.
I'm right in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you are the grounding that we need. I am fuming that it has been sunny because it has caused me a severe injury.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know? Yeah, I've told you.
You told me last night.
Carl, you don't know the story.
I don't know the story.
Obviously, sun's out, guns out in it. Get all the fucking furniture going. So I'm doing the blue job up in the loft. The ladder. So you know how like it hooks to the. Is this really boring content?
No.
You know how it hooks onto you pull it down and it's like it like hooks onto the
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know what you call it. So you know the ladder comes down and it hooks onto the inside of the latch.
Yes.
Well, one of them has come off already, but you know, summer's out, you've got to get your furniture going.
Yeah.
And my partner was like, get them cushions down. We were in the garden. I was like, I'm on it. Go up the ladder and I did think, oh, it's a bit rickety, but you know, I'm skinny now, so it's fine. Was I fucking wrong? I have been humbled. Come down the ladder. I'm like 3 rungs from the top. No, it's. I'm gonna. I'll show you my bruise in a minute.
What from the top?
3 rungs from like 3 rungs on the ladder.
That's
Yeah.
Never heard that in my life.
It's 3. I'm 3 rungs from the top, and the whole ladder comes like whip. I heard it like whip out, comes off the thing. Ladder fall. I dangle. I'm going. Bleep this out.
Shape partner
going-
instead.
Partner.
sweating, man.
I can't.
Partner!
Oh, God. I'm going, partner, help me.
Shout help! Don't, I'm
I
sweating.
can't breathe. Ugh. So I'm hanging, dangling. My shin smacked off the ladder. Look, for those of you that are listening, please pause, go to video. Look at my fucking bruise.
Does it hurt?
Yeah, don't
Can I
poke
prod
it.
it? No, it's like a red button. I need to press
No,
it.
please, it's so
Please,
sore.
I need to press
No,
it.
it's really
Oh,
sore.
God's sake.
But
That's
I'm like-
selfish.
Honestly, and then, do you think my partner's anywhere near in sight or any of you? So I just thought, 3, 2, 1, fuck it, I'm dropping, and I just dropped.
Did you hit the ladder?
My belly's out now. Oh no!
How did you know?
Carl.
No.
Carl had my
What did
back.
Carl say?
He went,
No.
if you're listening to this, I'm so sorry. You need to watch it to understand what's happening right now.
By the
Oh
way,
my God.
if you do have a belly, it's because of the trousers and you wear a crop top. It's not because you have a big belly, okay?
Thank you. Oh, that was kind. I've got a complex now. I thought I got too big for my boots. I thought I was skinnier than I was. Broke the ladder. But anyway, heap on the floor. I've got bruises all on my arms. My ladder's bust. So if it rains again, which it fucking will in England, I've got to put the cushions back up there. No way. I'm fuming.
Oh,
Honestly.
God.
It was hell, but that happened
Did
yesterday.
you hit the ladder on the way down?
Yes, I hit the ladder on the way down. This arm really hurts. I feel like I pulled the muscle in it because I was just, free falling.
I feel dizzy.
Oh God.
Oh, God.
we can leave that in, can't we?
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah,
think
we
so.
can leave that in.
It's the funniest we've ever been.
Oh God, I'm just a hot mess. But positively, I could sit in the garden, and
Okay.
my brother got so burnt.
Pretty fit as well.
Stop.
I would.
Don't go there.
I would.
I bet you fucking would.
I would.
Because you can't get me. You go for him. Yep.
You think very highly of yourself, don't you?
Go back to episodes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
I'm trying to kiss you in the whole
Trying to kiss me.
episode.
And in every aspect of that podcast. But yeah, that was chaotic. I don't even know what we were talking about. Sorry.
You dangling from your loft.
Oh God, it was awful. I just feel like I've gone into my week. How was your week, Paige?
Oh, God.
Other than being really upset that you saw me all weekend.
Yeah, literally, I've got nothing to say. Just quickly, why did you laugh at my shoes?
Oh no, I feel mean.
Oh, no, go on. Hang on, let me hold them up because these are pretty cool shoes.
Are they?
Yeah, they're Carhartt Nikes.
Right. It's just the ripped heel. Thank you. It's the ripped heel. That's what I laughed at.
What ripped heel?
At the back, the inside. Look at the inside. You've destroyed it.
Because I've worn them loads. But you couldn't see that when they were on my feet.
I know.
Please. You look like Scooby-Doo before you got here, so...
No,
taking fashion advice from you,
did
huh?
not go there. No.
You know Daniel Craig yourself, darling.
No, you didn't. No, can't. No, I trusted you.
We'll have to insert the picture of
No,
you.
I trusted her. I was wearing these jeans. This is also, it's really hard to know what to wear to the podcast now we film so frequently.
Yeah, tell me about
I
it.
don't have many clothes. I don't
No,
know
I
what to
don't.
wear.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
Any clothing brands out there?
Yeah.
yes.
Abel.
No, it's, hey. Hey, you guys.
Hey, you guys.
Hey, you guys. It's a problem. If you see me repeating outfits, I'm sorry, but I've got no other clothes to bloody
Yeah.
wear. So I sent her a photo earlier. I was in a bit of a rush. I've been at work today. And I put these trousers on and I had like a green crop top on.
She went, be honest. And I was like, I'm not usually honest. So this, I lie about everything.
I know
I
you do.
would have said, it looks great.
I know you would.
But
That's
you
what I
went,
said.
be honest. But before I could say anything, you'd already changed your mind. And you went, forget it. It looks bad. I'm changing it. And I thought, thank fuck for that. I don't have to tell the truth.
But you are the worst for that, you know.
I know.
Never go to Paige for any form of advice. Sometimes, when I ask you like about things on the pod,
Yeah.
I think, I wonder if she's going to be honest with me. Do you actually agree with what I'm going to say? I sent you a video of a TikTok idea. You completely ignored me. I thought, well, she didn't like that.
Okay, if I ignore you, I probably either haven't looked at it or I don't agree with you.
You're
I
lying.
don't want the confrontation, so I just leave it.
You're so you didn't agree with me then. Was that a shit video?
Can't remember what the video was, to be honest.
Bridge over water, I am jumping off. That one.
No, I'm going to clue you on about.
Okay.
But I do want to do one with flour. Did you see the flour one?
No.
We both have a credit card in our mouth.
Oh, yes.
And we scoop flour.
Oh, yes.
And I have to try and give it to your card on your mouth. But obviously, we're going to laugh. Clearly. We probably wouldn't be able to do it in here because it's quite messy.
Could we do that on the pod? Could we do some activities? So much room for activities!
We're not building bunk beds.
Please,
Yeah,
can we
no.
build bunk beds?
No, we're not sleeping here, Joe.
Sorry, why
I
not?
see you enough.
I know, good
Bloody
God.
hell.
I'm chomping. I need some sugar today, guys. Sorry.
If you sleep here, you'll be locked in until the morning.
Oh,
That sounds
that's
fun.
a threat.
No, the building closes at night.
God. Right, should we get into the topic?
Yeah, so we've when this episode airs, I think it's a week until Pride.
Yes.
Obviously, if you've not listened to previous episodes, go and give them a listen. We're gay. Just to start there. Did you not know? If you didn't, go and watch other episodes.
Yeah.
Is that
No,
should I not have said that?
No, that's
okay.
perfect.
So obviously this is a topic that is very important to me, very important to you. And I think I'm going to go on a whim and say important to quite a large proportion of our listeners.
Hope so.
I hope so. And if you're not gay, you might learn something, and I think that's cool too.
Yeah, you might learn something, and hopefully you're an ally.
I hope so.
Yeah.
And we mentioned something previously in a previous episode about, we had this realisation on the episode that we felt a little bit embarrassed that we didn't really know much about.
I knew nothing. Let's be
Me
honest.
neither.
You knew Stonewall at least.
But I didn't know much more than that.
I've got a little bit of information about it.
You've done so much research, actually.
I have actually. Thank you very much. Yeah, I have.
Smashed it. We're obviously not experts by any means, and we are still very much learning, but we have kind of together made this decision actively that we want to learn a lot more about LGBTQ plus history, where it originates from, important things that have happened, large changes in movement to get us to where we are now. There's going to be lots of things we don't cover and don't mention in depth that probably does need a lot of time and effort that we're not going to get through today.
Yeah.
So this is kind of just a bit of an overcap and like dipping our toe in the water of some topics that maybe further down the line we'd like to maybe get guests on and talk about in a bit more depth, I guess.
You worded that so well.
Thank you. Also, just to fit with the theme, we've got some, if you're watching, we've got some Pride cushions. Thanks to Carl's partner. Thank you for
How
these.
cute they are.
They're so cute. We love them. But yeah, Pride is next week.
Pride.
I want to say I'm excited, but I'm not.
I'm never excited. I am excited,
Mm-hmm.
but the day of Pride, I'm so anxious.
I hear you.
I can't deal with it.
Why though?
Knowing that you're going to see a lot of people that you know or know of, or that you've got with in the past,
Oh,
that are your
God.
exes,
Mm-hmm.
that you've had like crazy nights out with. Pride for me takes me back when I was a little bit of a shit. And I'm like, oh no, they might think I'm still that person, or they might know a lot about me. But I don't know. It's anxiety provoking for me.
It's a abnormal situation really, because anybody from Birmingham that is gay, the likelihood of them being there is high.
Yeah.
So I get the anxiety. For me, it's what the heck am I going to wear?
Oh, really? That's the worst thing for
That's
you?
the worst thing for me. I just every time I'm like, I just don't know what to wear.
Probably wear Adidas trousers and a crop top. When do you ever see me not in Adidas trousers?
True, but you know what? That's you.
It's my look. I'm like Simon Cowell. I feel like you have to look a certain way. It is kind of like a cheap Coachella, isn't it?
Gay camp cheap Coachella.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're so right with that. Nail on the head.
Do you think that Pride's not as gay anymore?
Well, I want to talk about this. I was having a conversation with my friend in the car on the way over here, and I've only been going to Pride for the last 7 years, maybe 7 or 8 years, and I feel like the difference in Pride now is so drastic from when I
Yeah.
very first started going. This is just my opinion, but I feel like it's lost an element of what Pride is.
Yeah, I 100% agree.
Do you agree?
Yeah.
I feel like a little bit. This is obviously just Birmingham Pride, guys, just to preface.
Yeah.
When I first started going, obviously it was a very different setup, wasn't it? It didn't have the big stage that it's got now. It was just that sort of marquee, and there was a dance area.
Yeah,
right?
you had like the dance tent, you had the village tent, you had
Mm-hmm.
the Nightingales area, and you didn't have that main car park that was like the main stage, and that was better. It was
So
more
mu-
of a street party, and if you wanted to go to a specific area, you'd go there.
Also, and I am gonna say this, it was so much more affordable.
Yeah.
I get it that whoever runs it, I don't know. I just feel like, and I get you want to like charge more to get better acts, but in my opinion, we don't get great acts.
I mean, let's think about it. So, Brighton Pride have Mariah Carey this year.
They have
They have
Mariah
Mariah
Carey.
Carey. They had Britney Spears a couple of years ago.
I knew about Britney.
I was there with
fuming.
Britney. I mean, yeah, I was off my face, so she could have been good. She might not.
probably
Ariana Grande was at
Manchester.
I was there for that one.
If we're paying like £80 a ticket,
Yeah.
£90 a ticket, I'm sorry, like where's it going?
I know. Because isn't it meant to go to like LGBTQ plus charities and all that sort of stuff?
Does it though?
Does it?
Does it?
Does it?
Does it?
Does it?
Does it? Though?
No, but does it?
I don't fucking know.
I don't know.
Should I
I
chat
don't think so.
GPT it?
Yeah. Obviously, it would pay for acts and security and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Production, I don't know, but
So Birmingham Pride does contribute profits to LGBTQ plus charities and community initiatives through its charitable arm, the Birmingham Pride Community Foundation. In 2024, the foundation awarded £20,000 in grants to 8 LGBTQ plus community groups. Okay, I love that.
yeah.
That's good. But also I want Mariah Carey.
To be fair, like I just prefer it. Even if they had someone huge, I prefer the street parties anyway.
Yeah.
I actually don't like going to the main stage at any prides. Manchester, Brighton, Birmingham, whatever.
Agree.
I love the street party.
I agree.
That's where everyone is. That's where you're with like-minded people, just dancing away, getting pissed. It's just great.
Creating memories. Pride is all about celebrating, creating a space for people within our community to be us.
Yeah.
Lesbian, gay, bi, trans, queer, drag queens, allies. That's the space for us to come together, and it should be a space for us to remember history and never allow it to repeat, and having pride in who we are as people. And the Pride Month, and specifically Birmingham Pride, should just be a celebration of that.
Yeah.
And I feel like it has got lost
I know.
in the last couple of years.
I know.
Okay,
Let's have a look. I have wrote.
Can you teach me some stuff then? So you have actually done some really good research.
I did not chat GBT any of this, okay? I listened to a podcast and I also went on Google.
You're a liar.
No, I didn't. I promise you, yeah.
Okay.
I listened to a podcast called You're Dead to Me, and it had a historian and a comedian. I think that's what they do in all the episodes, and they talk about a specific topic, and then they get both sides of it, sort of thing.
Love
They
that.
make it entertaining, but it's also history.
Can you send me that?
Yeah, it's really good, actually. So it's all about LGBT history. Do you know where lesbian comes from? The term lesbian?
No. Sorry,
Okay.
no.
The term lesbian comes from an ancient Greek island called Lesbos. And there was a woman there called Sappho.
Love
she
that.
used to write like poems, and it would be about women on women love. So that's where the term lesbian originates from.
Love that.
I know, I find that quite interesting because I didn't know that. And to be fair, with lesbians, for us, it was never illegal to be a lesbian.
So, or in the UK, it was
In
never.
the UK, yeah.
It's never been
don't-
illegal to be a lesbian.
No, never. But
Whoa,
it
I
was
did-
for men up until it was partial decriminalisation in 1967. So partial.
Wait, that's like 50. That's only 58
It's only
years
50
ago.
years ago,
That's
yeah.
not long ago.
For gay men, they used to go to these places called molly houses. So
Right.
it would be like, well, the gays used to meet up in secret and they'd have their own language called Polari. So I learned some Polari terms.
Oh
and
my
You would have heard
gosh.
of a lot of them. We use them in everyday language.
We
but
do.
This is where it's come from.
So wait,
Yeah.
because it was illegal for men to be gay,
Yeah.
but it wasn't for women.
Yeah.
They created
Do
these.
you know why it wasn't illegal for women?
No.
Well, basically, the
Can I
lords.
guess?
Yeah, go for it.
Is it because men sexualize us and enjoy it?
That could be a reason.
Okay.
And it might be a reason, but basically the Lords thought if they made lesbianism illegal, there would be more lesbians. Because we were so impressionable because we're women, that if it was made illegal, loads of people would know about it, loads of people would know that lesbians exist, and then it would create more lesbians.
So they were scared to bring awareness to it
Yeah,
because
basically.
they thought the more people that know about it, the more people that are going to be lesbian.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
How mad is that?
That's wild.
Which I find really interesting. And I was kind of like, oh, thank God we were safe, but we weren't really.
Oh, no, God, we
We were
weren't.
never safe. It was never criminised to be a lesbian.
Men had it harder.
Men had it a lot harder, which is why they had these places called the Molly House,
Okay.
where they would meet up in secret and have a secret language. Even on the radio, if a gay man was on the radio and he wasn't openly gay because it wasn't safe, he would say some of these terms.
I love this.
Okay, so we use the word bevy all the time.
Yeah.
And that means drink. That's
Yeah.
what it used to mean. You've got butch, which just means masculine or masculine lesbian. Camp, effeminate, overly theatrical.
Yeah.
You've got drag, which is clothes, especially women's clothes. You've got mince, which is typically for a gay man who
Yeah.
walks. Naff,
That's naff, that is.
yeah, bad. Drab, tasteless. That's what that means. Slap,
As in that slaps.
no makeup.
Oh, put your slap
Put
on.
your slap on.
No way.
So we use these every
All the
single
time?
day. Yeah, we use them all the time. Crimper, that's a hairdresser.
Oh, yeah, because I suppose you crimp your hair. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
It's a Carsey. You can spell it Carsey or Khazi, which means toilet. I can imagine would be quite a popular one if gay men wanted to meet in the toilet. Rather than saying toilet, they'd say Carsey.
Carsey.
Yeah.
Okay.
By the way, this is all off Google, so I hope it's right. And if it's not, then blame Google.
Yeah, blame Google. Don't blame us.
Yeah, but it was decriminalised in 1967, but only partially. It wasn't a criminal act to be gay anymore.
Mm-hmm.
However, it came with like restrictions.
Right.
You had to be 21, and then it reduced. I think it went to 18, and then it went to 16, which was the legal age limit for heterosex as well.
Okay.
In the year 2000.
Wow.
Yeah.
So 25 years ago.
Yeah,
That's
and
crazy.
It was a criminal act if you were seen to have had sex with another man in a toilet. So that was a
Wow.
criminal act. It wasn't a criminal act to be gay after 1967, but if you were having sex with a man in a toilet and you were a man, that was a criminalised act.
That's crazy.
That's what I read up about.
I've learned a lot there.
Yeah.
So basically, gay men have influenced a lot.
Yeah.
Especially in our language.
Yeah,
We
and-
always say like bevy and like, oh, go and put your slap on then.
Exactly.
We always say
I
that.
know. Do you watch RuPaul's Drag Race?
No.
You should. It's so good.
Sorry.
It's so good.
I know what it is. I obviously know what
you
it is. And I have seen clips and I've seen bits, but I wouldn't say I'm religiously watch it.
Yeah.
No, I can't proclaim that.
Did you know when the first Birmingham Pride was?
God, no, I didn't. 80s? Like
No.
81?
Later. So it was 1997.
Oh my gosh, I was born in 98.
But the very first UK Pride was held in London in 1972, and that was 3 years after Stonewall.
Right.
So it was 3 years for the anniversary of Stonewall, and it was organised by the Gay Liberation Front.
Yeah.
Do you want to know about Stonewall?
Well, I know a bit about Stonewall, but yes, I would love to hear what you've learned.
So I had no idea what it meant. For anyone that doesn't know about Stonewall riots, it's a series of spontaneous and violent confrontations between members of the LGBT community and the police.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know which date it began? Or the riots began?
I know it's July.
No, it's June.
June. Oh,
Do you know what I
okay.
love about this? It's on my birthday.
No!
Yeah, June 28th.
June 28th.
So I think it started on the evening of June 27th, but went through until the morning of June 28th in
Wow.
New York City. So Stonewall was, I think it was the Stonewall Inn.
Yeah, it was a pub.
So it was a pub in Greenwich area
Yeah.
in New York. And the police raided it.
Yeah, they
and
did.
then finally, I think everyone had just had enough and they fought back against the police. And
I'm going to
that's
give
how
them a
when it
round.
was
I'm
forward.
going to clap that.
Yeah.
I'm clapping that. Because back then as well, I mean, put yourselves in their shoes. Back then, it was something that was so taboo and so frowned upon and so awful to be. So how amazing that they did that.
And there would have been such a minority back then.
Huge,
Like
massive
nowadays,
minority.
like you have parades, you have celebrations. The banks changed their logo on
Yep.
LinkedIn. Do you know what I
Yep.
mean? Like everyone says, "Oh, okay, I'm here for the community." Back then, that didn't happen.
No.
like none of that happened.
No, because they did that. That was the biggest. I mean, I don't know if this is fact. This is my opinion, but the biggest shift towards a change towards gay rights.
Oh my god, it was
And
like across
again,
not just America, across
the world.
Yeah.
No, completely.
Yeah.
We'll put some. Let's put some
It-
links in the description.
yeah.
It gives me goosebumps actually to think about it. It's
Yeah.
incredible what those people did forever. I think now and our children and people behind us and the people in front of us will forever be grateful for what you did for us.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Yeah, 100%. And that's what Leah Delaria was talking about in the
Yeah.
podcast.
Education prevents history repeating itself. So the more that we learn and understand and discuss and debate and dissect and sometimes argue, the better it is because it stops history repeating itself.
Yeah.
It allows people to have the correct information to prevent things going backwards. And I'm saying this, and I do have this sort of pull in my heart a little bit for America at the moment, and in here in the UK. I'm not going to go into it right now, but I would just briefly like to mention, obviously, the Supreme Court changing the law on trans rights. That is so hurtful for both me and you in our community. I'm not going to go into it right now. Not because I don't want to. I think it's something we would like to discuss separately in the future.
Yeah.
It's important that we are discussing this because
You can't forget about it.
it's
going
we
on.
must never
like,
forget.
why would we not mention it if it's going on?
Exactly. We need to talk about it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, Stonewall was iconic. I'm shocked you don't know much about Marsha P. Johnson.
I've definitely heard of her.
Do you want me to teach you about her?
Yes.
I'll get you some stuff up. Right. Are you ready to learn about Marsha?
Come on, teach me.
I've got my phone, sorry, because I don't want to mess it up. So Marsha P. Johnson was a pioneering black transgender activist and a central figure in the LGBTQ plus rights movement in the United States. She is a queen. She's iconic. So I've just pulled the key facts for you. Full name is Marsha P. Johnson. She was born on August 24th in 1945, and she died on July 6th, 92. So, under very mysterious circumstances as well. And there's a really great documentary that you guys can go and watch if you want to watch more and learn more on Netflix. Basically, like her body was found in the Hudson River,
So
and
she
it
was
originally
murdered, or is there, like, conspiracy
so it
around
was
that?
ruled as a suicide. That's not my opinion. It was definitely homicide.
Yeah.
But the documentary is
and watch it,
fantastic.
yeah.
Please go and watch it. So she adds into the Stonewall,
Okay.
which is why I thought it was a good time to bring it up. So Marsha was present at the Stonewall Inn during the 1969 riots. It's unclear whether she started the uprising, but there is that sort of underlying rumour of was she the reason the uprising started? Was she sort of the protagonist of we're gonna do this? But she was a key participant and became prominent figure because of this and because of what she was doing and her presence in Stonewall.
Yeah.
She did a lot of activism as well. So alongside Sylvia Riviera, she co-founded this thing called STAR, which is Street Transvestite Action Revolutionaries. That's what it stands for. and she started that in 1970. So Star provided housing and support for homeless transgender youth in New York City and gave them that safe space. She also was a drag performer and a public figure. So she was really known for like being a vibrant personality. But she wore like flower crowns and she did drag performances, and she was part of a drag performance group called Hot Peaches.
As you learn about all these people, I'm like, how brave are you?
Incredible. I know.
Like I couldn't even tell my mum what I was researching because I felt a little bit embarrassed, a little bit ashamed. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't want her to think, oh God, you're a bit too gay. But
Yeah, oh God, yeah, we get it, Paige.
yeah,
lesbian.
we
Yeah,
get it.
yeah.
But imagine
Yep.
in that time in 1970
The courage.
to come out as a trans woman.
It's iconic. But this is the most interesting thing, and I'll wrap it up. But she famously said, P in her name, so Marsha P Johnson, stood for Pay It No Mind, which was her way of dismissing questions about gender identity.
Come on.
Come on.
What a woman.
Come on, Carl. Amazing.
I know.
And
see, I knew none of that.
How incredible.
Yeah.
Oh, God, that is just the tip of the iceberg with her.
Jesus Christ.
Go and watch. There's can I actually, whilst we're on this, I just want to give some recommendations because I was thinking about it and different books. I like to read books.
Yeah.
And if you guys are readers and you prefer to read, or if you're into sort of like LGBT.
When was the last time you read a book?
Last night.
Was it?
Yeah, you tried to call me out then, but I actually read. Yeah. You tried to call me. I'm actually reading at the moment Prince Harry's Spare.
Oh,
I'm
fair.
finally got round to reading
Fair
it.
enough, fair.
Yeah, it's okay.
Shut me up then.
Yeah, you shut the fuck up. So there's just some book recommendations to give, and these my friend sent me some as well because she also reads a lot of like LGBTQ plus books. She's recommended Well of Loneliness, which is kind of a Gentleman Jack vibe. So if you've watched it or you enjoy that and you know what that is,
I have got some facts about Gentleman Jack.
well, we'll get to that in a
Okay,
minute.
we'll come
What a
back to that,
transition!
yeah.
Come on. So it's set in Worcester, which is not far from where I'm from. If you're Americans listening, you're going to say Worcester, but it's definitely Worcester. It's kind of an old English vibe, so it's got like the old English terms. So if that's your thing, it's really good. And there's another one called The Pairing, and it's really good for bi representation. I feel like sometimes people don't talk enough about bisexuality.
Yeah, they don't. And there's not much in history because if they were classed as bi,
Yeah.
then the straights would kind of take them. 'Cause
Really?
They'd be like, oh, well, say if it was about a man. Well, they like women as well, so they're kind of ours. But then the gays would be like, no, they're like men as well, so they're ours. So it's kind of like pillar to post.
Rather than be their own identity
Yeah,
in their own.
yeah.
So The Pairing is a really good book for you guys to read. Go and check it out. And it's got really good bi representation, but it's also got like some really good travel stories. So I mean, I like that kind of thing. But
Yeah.
if you like that kind of thing, really good. I just wanted to shout that out because if you guys are looking for new inspiration, go and check it out.
I did say to you, I was looking for like some books to read about LGBT.
I'll tell you what, I'll buy you it, and
I'm
you
not going
can.
to say no to that.
and
Do
then
want
you
anything
can let
while
me
we're
know.
putting some orders in.
Holiday.
Oh, nice holiday. Do you want to learn about Gentleman Jack?
I do because I watched it and I'm obsessed.
I wanted to watch it. I swear I watched the first episode because of who's the actress in it?
Saran Jones.
Yes, Saran Jones. Yes.
I mentioned this to you on Saturday that I wanted to go up to Harrogate. I think it's Harrogate.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Because there's a whole museum.
So basically, Anne Lister. She was born 1791, died in 1840. So
Okay.
she wasn't old. She was only 49. 48, 49.
Was that common back then? Like, was that like a common lifespan?
Maybe. Anne Lister is who Gentleman Jack is based off.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Her life. And Anne Lister was made famous because of her diary.
Yeah, yeah.
It's over 4 million words, 6,000 pages. It's ridiculous.
And wasn't it
haven't
all
read
written
any
in
of it.
code?
Some of it, yeah. So it was coded.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
Iconic.
I've got like 3 things that I'll ask you that I'll see if you know what they are.
Okay.
But basically, she was a diarist made famous because there's no like lesbian history really. This is classed as like
Revolutionary.
It's revolutionary because we don't have a lot, so we're grabbing it. Where you'd have like a little algebraic X, like a curly X. What do you think that meant?
Oh, I don't know
in
that.
a diary?
Oh, I don't know.
It meant an orgasm.
Love that.
Love that.
Love that.
Love that. So she'd
Might
in
get
her
that
diary,
tattooed on
she'd
me.
write about women traveling, her experiences, and what she's going through. And she used to dress quite androgynous and masculine, and that sort of. What a woman!
I want to
What a
be her.
lesbian.
What queen?
I know. Okay, so what do you think a plus sign meant?
More, please. More sex, please.
It meant another orgasm, but herself.
Oh, okay. So X is like someone else has made her come.
Yeah.
And then plus is I made myself come.
Yes.
Wait, let me rephrase that. I don't know if I want to say that.
Yeah, it's a bit vulgar.
Yeah, take that out. Just take that out. Okay.
I'm leaving it in.
So a plus means that she did it to herself, and then a curly X is someone else.
So what? Another woman made
Another
it.
woman gave her the pleasure.
Leg shake.
Like made her leg shake. Jesus, Paige.
What do you think grubbling meant?
Oh, grubbling.
Grubbling.
Can you spell it for me?
Grubbling.
Grubbling. Like kissing, cuddling.
What do you think, Carl?
Hand holding.
Hand holding.
Yeah, so it's just like fondling.
Oh,
so like
okay.
touching up the body when you're kissing.
Bit of foreplay.
Yeah, a bit of foreplay.
Bit of foreplay.
Yeah. So I learnt all this.
Do you
off
like
that
to
podcast.
grubble?
Sorry. I feel very uncomfortable right now. I'm so sorry about her.
I don't know why I asked that.
She's got too comfortable.
I'm too
I
comfortable.
can't answer that.
No,
question.
don't answer that.
You had an
Don't
eyebrow
answer
raise
that.
as well.
Oh no, sorry. Oh god. Oh Georgia, what are you doing?
Oh God, let me just quickly get this out because I did write it down.
No,
we'll
do
go
it.
back a little bit, but when you was a gay man back in the day, it used to be called sodomy or buggery.
Really?
Yeah.
So is that where the
I've heard
term?
word buggery before.
Yeah.
Is that where the term bugger comes from? Or you bugger?
Maybe.
You bloody bugger.
Maybe, yeah.
My nan used to call me that. You
So-
were right, girl.
So sodomy, or buggery as it was called at the time, was punishable by death up until 1861. So if you was gay back in the day, a gay man specifically, you would be executed. But in 1885, the act called the Blackmailers Charter comes in.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't like you wouldn't be executed anymore for being gay. However, you could be blackmailed for being gay, so you could lose work and you couldn't like do trade or anything like that, which in itself is kind of like a death sentence because if you can't work, you'd earn no money, you'd live on the street and you'd die basically.
Exile?
Yeah.
Is it
So
not?
the threat of being gay was used against a lot of men, like back in the day. So you can see why it was so scary, and you'd go to molly houses and
Yeah.
have your own language, but Jesus.
Can I ask you just a quick question? Just answer yes or no.
Yeah.
Do you get nervous to tell people you're gay?
Depends who I'm saying it to. But
Mm-hmm.
9 times out of 10, yes. Unless I know I'm in a lesbian bar or at Pride.
Yeah.
Then
yeah.
I'm like, God, I'm shouting it from the rooftop as soon as I walk in.
Yeah.
I'm like, do I look gay enough?
Yeah.
But if I'm with straight people, then I'm more inclined to be like my partner or say specific words to hide it. Because I just don't want their reaction. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't come out because mine was a realisation, but we've said this before. We come out every week, maybe if we meet a new person through work, or
Yep.
you know, if we speak to someone on the street. Oh, my partner, like we come out all the time.
all the time.
And you get used to it, but sometimes you get odd reactions.
Yeah, you do. I don't know where. I actually don't know where I sit on coming out. As in the sense of, you know what you've just said, we come out all the time. I don't actually know how I feel about that. I don't know if I think that's a good thing, or I don't know if I think that's a bad thing. I don't know how I feel about it. Do you know where I'm coming from there?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm trying to hide my dirty ass socks. They are for sale though.
Fucking now.
So I was
We
waiting.
ain't doing that again,
Waiting to
Bab.
see how
We
long-
ain't.
What I'm worried
So
about
fucked
is,
up.
you know, when people find out you're gay, mainly straight people, and they're inquisitive, they want to ask questions.
Which
and
I love.
I would be the same.
Yeah, I
I would
love.
be the same. I want to know questions. I want to know about sex. I want to know about whether you want to start a family.
Yep.
I want to know about a gay wedding. I want to know about it all because I'm, you know, interested. But sometimes it comes across like it's a bit of a circus. Do you know what I mean?
It's the delivery of it, isn't it? I think
Yeah.
it depends on the tone of voice for me, and it depends on the way it's delivered.
Yeah.
Like if someone came to me and like say I met somebody for the first time, and I said, look, hi, I'm Georgia and I'm gay, and they were like, oh my God, like, do you mind if I talk to you about that? That for me is respectful.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Ask anything you want. Ask away. If someone was like, so you're one of those fanny lickers, or so you're do you know what I'm trying to say though?
100%.
You say it's extreme. Yeah. So this is what I want to highlight. You say that's extreme, Carl, because you are so open and you are so you just don't care. Right, but that happens a lot. It does. Oh, here she is, carpet muncher. Come on then, tell us your stories. That is where that circus feeling for me comes from.
Yeah.
It's the way it's presented. And I love nothing more. Like, I've got a lot of straight friends. In fact, a friend messaged me, a very close friend of mine messaged me. She's straight. And she messaged me not long ago and said, I love this podcast and I love learning about all the lesbian talk and all of the lesbian goss. I love it.
Yeah.
And that's coming from a really nice place. And it wasn't as if like googly, you know.
Yeah.
But I think it's all in the delivery for me.
100%.
And the way, and not necessarily who it comes from, because there's been a lot of male figures in my life that have found out I'm gay and have just genuinely been interested.
Yeah.
And then there's been some that your reaction was everything then when I did that, because that's just so funny, because that you didn't think that would happen, but it does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
A lot. The biggest one, do you get this, is, again, relating into what we said about Mickey Rourke, is, I could turn ya. No, you're not.
Oh, it's the most
turn ya.
arrogant sentence I've ever heard in my life.
Ugh, God.
You're not a lesbian.
No, you're not.
You're not.
Prove it.
You haven't had the right dick.
You've not
Yeah.
been, excuse my foul, you've not been shagged right.
Yeah.
But they say it.
Yeah. I've had that so many, like, countless amount of times.
Mm-hmm.
And I laugh about it. I have to laugh at them because
Yeah.
I can't, if I get defensive, I lose.
And you also don't want to become defensive because you want to try and... I always don't want to become defensive because I don't want them to think, oh, here she is, this lesbian, like, you know.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? This stereotypical lesbian, they're always arguing. You don't want to feed into that quote-unquote stereotype. But then also... So, yeah, I laugh too.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I do the same.
I have to.
But
Otherwise I'll cry.
But casual homophobia exists so much.
Yeah.
And some people do it unintentionally, and that's okay.
I'm proud of us for having this conversation, to be honest, because it's not the typical podcast that people would usually listen to for us.
Yeah, how do you guys, let us know how you feel about this. It's quite obvious that, no, it's not uncomfortable for us, but this type of podcast doesn't necessarily come as natural to us as what you've already seen. It does feel a little bit like rehearsed, almost, a little bit, but it has to be because we need to get the facts right, and we want to make sure that this content is good content that people are going to learn from.
Yeah.
So let us know, please be honest and let us know what your thoughts are on this, and if you like it and if you don't like it. We're still so very early on in our podcast journey. Yeah. So your feedback is invaluable. So please feedback on this and let us know what you think.
We did ask about pride stories, and I had someone message me saying, who I know is gay, and I said, tell me your pride story, I want one for the pod. He said, I've never been to pride. And I was like, you're 32 and you've never been to pride and you're openly gay? And he was like, nope. He was like, gay men are so bitchy, it's all about sex, it's all about drugs, it's all about being open. And I was like, no one talks about that, because
no one talks about that.
Although we're a community, it can be quite cliquey, which I find personally, if I go to specific prides, Manchester, it's very cliquey lesbians.
Yeah.
Very cliquey. Birmingham, I don't think it's as cliquey, unless I just have, maybe I'm in it.
That's really interesting, Paige, because I completely agree. There is a lot of divide in our community, and that is not spoken about.
Yeah.
And should be spoken about.
And there's a lot of internalised homophobia amongst gay people. Like, it's okay to be gay, but you can't be too gay.
Yeah, don't be
I'm not like that gay.
Yeah.
He's very camp.
Yeah.
I'm not like that lesbian.
I'm not that butch.
She's so butch. She's
yeah,
so butch.
Yeah, God, I'm not that gay. Like,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but that's true.
It happens.
For me in Birmingham, I'm not as, oh God, how do I say this without coming across like an absolute actor? I don't know why of all the moments I chose then to censor myself.
All the time.
I know, I don't know why I did that. Maybe it's because I'm trying to be more professional. I'm not as much in the scene now as what I used to be.
Yeah.
And then when I was younger, I was cliquey because I was a right bitch when I was like 19, 20. You are, aren't you?
Yeah.
You were very
God, I was never cliquey. I wanted to get to know everyone.
So you were like just a whore?
Yeah, but I never slept around. I was like a social whore. I wanted to be friends with everyone. That's how we know each other. Like,
that's so
I
true.
knew you was a lesbian. I thought you were cool. I thought everyone else thought you were cool, so I wanted to be your friend.
I was cool. You thought I was cool?
I did.
I always thought you were cool. We spoke about this on Saturday.
Stop.
No, I really did.
Yeah,
I
no.
probably looked up to you a little bit.
Did you?
A little bit, yeah, I did.
I find it so bizarre.
No, I did. I really did. You were
Yeah.
like somebody I aspired to be at one point.
Oh my God.
A little
That's
bit.
a shout.
Well, quickly you turned on that when I met you.
Would you take your kids to Pride? I was going to say to prom then. Would you take your kids to prom?
Would I take my kids to Pride? Not all day.
No, bloody hell. They can see it for 2 hours and then piss off. I'm getting pissed.
Absolutely to the parade.
Yeah.
And
I've never been to Parade.
Oh, I have. It's really nice.
Do they still have the float?
Yeah.
Things?
We're going to be on it next year.
Yeah, we are. Should we talk about that?
No, just in case it doesn't happen.
Okay.
Embarrassing.
Okay, I'll tell you after.
But maybe.
Sweet.
I'll tell you after.
We could manifest it.
We'll manifest it. No, I would. Absolutely, I would take my kids to Pride. Absolutely.
Yeah, for a bit, and then I'd,
But not to the... It does get a bit feral, doesn't it?
Oh,
after?
it gets so feral.
Everyone's everyone in the Portaloos, and it's just a whole
Are
thing.
they?
Jesus.
That's never happened to me. Thank you very much.
Yes, it definitely...
No, it hasn't.
Yes, it has.
No, it hasn't.
You've never got at Pride.
Swear to
Take that
God.
out. Don't put that... I said that in
I've
there.
never got inappropriately touched at Pride.
By the
Have you
way.
not? Neither have I. I've never done that.
I actually haven't. I haven't. Why do you not believe me?
I don't
I'm
believe
not
you.
that sexually
About
promiscuous.
half an hour ago, you said you lie about everything.
Yeah. It's all
Well,
a
that's come
lie.
back to bite me in the arse, isn't it? I really haven't, though. Swear to God. We said this on Saturday. The people that scream about sex are the most vanilla. That's me. Yeah.
It's so true, though,
Yeah.
isn't it?
It's always the quiet ones, and everyone's always said that.
But that's
And we're
fact,
not
though.
quiet. Yeah.
God, I ain't quiet. Jesus. Would you take your kids to Pride?
Yeah, I'd love to.
You would?
I need to go to Pride. Come on, what am I doing?
Well,
I've been going for 10 years now. I've never been.
So we can't actually go to the Pride this year, can we?
I personally can't.
Neither can I.
Yeah.
But we are going to Pride, Birmingham Pride.
Yeah, we are going to Birmingham Pride.
So if you... Is this Peggy? No.
Oh, fuck it.
Fuck
Who
it.
cares? We're begs.
We're begs. So guys, if you do follow the pod or you do watch the pod and you're going to be at Birmingham Pride, please come and say hello.
Yeah, it would make our day.
You would genuinely make us so happy.
And if I'm your favourite, please tell me.
Just everyone say Paige is the favourite.
No,
Please,
I'm joking.
it saves me a
If
headache.
G's your favourite, don't talk to me.
But we're going on Saturday.
Yeah.
We're not going. You may or may not go
I
on
might
the
do Sunday. It depends how I feel.
I'm definitely not going on the Sunday, but I will be there on the Saturday.
Yeah.
So if you are going to Pride, please come and see us. Please come and say hi. We would just love to talk and say
Yeah.
hi. And we want to try and build the lesbian community and the LGBT community plus stronger in Birmingham. We want a united front. We want us to be a community and to operate as a community.
Of course.
Ow.
And if you come up to G and say, if you mention the pod, she'll give you personally a tenner to each and every one of you.
Right.
She's good for it.
No, guys, that's not fair, but I think we should give somebody a water bottle. Can I
Oh my God, how desperate. Imagine we spent the whole day at Pride and not one person mentions the pod.
You do know
and
that's
you're
gonna
carrying
happen.
around that water bottle all day.
Yeah, maybe not. You do know that's going to happen. I don't think anybody is actually going to come up to
Well,
us.
no, we've got
Nobody's
20,000 followers and like half of them are American.
half
anyway.
of them American. No one is going to come and say hi at Birmingham
Bloody
Pride.
hell.
But you know what? Manifest it.
Yeah, we'll manifest.
Manifest it. Can I just bring something to the pod? I just want to read a comment because I feel like...
Is it what I think it is?
Yeah.
Oh, that comment. We'll bring that up.
I'm leaving that one to you, darling.
Yeah.
But when we do get really, really nice comments, I just like to shout them out. We had one 3 hours ago that just said, "Love you girls all the way here in New York. You are hilarious. I binged all episodes. I know this isn't a quote-unquote lesbian podcast, but you are everything the community needs. FYI, I would absolutely rock a Strictly PG water bottle."
She needs to get one.
So, you know what? Let's send her one.
Yeah,
We're going to send you one.
we're going to send her one.
You know who you are and we'll reach out to you.
Yeah, we will. So we put onto our story, send us your Pride stories.
Yeah.
Oh, we were inundated.
Inundated.
We had so many. It's ridiculous. We can't get through them all today. We'll probably get through one. Okay?
Yeah.
Then,
Because we only had one.
no, shh.
No,
we
we
had
had a few.
100 odd. We had so many. It was ridiculous. Carl, I didn't have the time to read them all. But there was one. There was one that stood out specifically.
Oh, this one stood out.
Let me try and find it 2 seconds because it takes me a little while to go through them all. I have
You
to
are
scroll.
such an
I have to
idiot.
scroll, hang on.
You are such an idiot.
Right, here we go. Right, so someone got handed 3 poppers and we had no idea what they were, so we shotted it.
Do you know who that is?
I don't know who that is.
That's your partner.
She's disgusting.
She actually drank poppers. That is-
Sorry, what happens when you drink poppers? I need to know.
Google that right now.
I'm just checking.
Carl,
'cause
what
that
does
can't be
poppers
healthy.
taste like? Can we get Siri on the go?
Oh my God, drinking poppers, aka alkyl nitrates, is extremely dangerous and potentially fatal.
Oh my God.
They are meant to be inhaled, not ingested.
Let me see, you all right?
Bloody hell,
she's
severe
not
poisoning,
alright.
organ damage, low blood pressure, chemical burn, and death.
Death! Chemical burn! Christ! I cannot believe they shotted it. That is
I
so
know,
funny.
that's so dangerous though.
That is so dangerous. Well, lesson learned, guys, don't sniff poppers. Can I just bring something up?
Yeah.
Did you know that it was only legalised marriage in the UK in 2014?
That's 9 years ago?
2014. That is crazy to me.
Let's end on whether we want to start our own fucking lesbian brunch or something.
Well,
We said this, but we just want more lesbian events in Birmingham.
We really want more lesbian events in Birmingham. LGBTQ plus events,
Yes.
but specifically lesbian events.
But
Because
there's nothing for lesbians.
no, there is nothing for
Nothing.
lesbians. Should we start our own?
Yeah.
Should we do a brunch?
Yeah.
Strictly PG brunch.
Yes.
Yes, let's do it.
Strictly LGBT. Oh,
Strictly LGPG, lesbian, gay. Oh no, that won't work.
we'll work on it.
We'll figure that
I
out.
quite like that as an idea.
But I'd love to do that. Would people
Haven't
come?
it? Yeah. If you
man.
pay them,
I'll sing.
people might come.
I will sing.
People might come if you do
I tell
that.
you what, if we do, fuck it, I'm saying it. If we do an LGBT brunch, I will do a set.
Yes.
Deal. I'll do a set as long as you host it.
As in, when you say host, you mean...
Age on the mic. Yeah.
What's funny?
I
What's
love
funny?
how he finds that so funny.
What's funny? What's funny about that?
There'll be a little more than 7 people this time.
Oh, he came for you. No. Oh, he is right though.
The thought of it is making me
Carl,
sweat.
that was good. Thank you. I feel like Carl is team me today. Just quickly, have you ever had a pride disaster?
Talked my way through backstage on the main stage at Birmingham Pride.
Wasn't that recently?
That was 2 years ago, I think.
I had the best pride last year
It was so good, wasn't it?
because I had somebody amazing get us some tickets to backstage, and when Sophie Elix Bextor came on, I was literally like you know the bit where the security stand. I was there
yeah. As she was performing.
as she was performing. It was incredible.
Have you ever slept with someone who's performed at Pride?
You are a knobhead.
Oh, you're too strictly PG for me. Get me a new host.
This is my life page.
Boring.
How the tables have turned.
Do you know what is so funny? I feel like you censor yourself a lot more than you censor me in the edit. You do though, don't you? You know it's true.
I can't help.
You know it's true.
I can't help doing that because I'm watching it 7 times. So I think, oh, what am I on about? And cut it.
One thing my partner did say was like, she was like, you are so more outrageous than Paige. And I was
Because you are.
no, but I'm not actually though. Like, thank you. Carl's
what I said,
agreeing with me.
You tell me everything to take out, which is a lot, by the way.
Am I, Carl? Can you give us an answer? Am I dramatically more outrageous than Paige?
No, like I explained to you both before, Paige is the wild one, and you are the more professional one.
Are you joking me?
You are the
Are
wild.
you joking?
You are the wild.
I would
one.
say she's very much more the wild one.
I would not trust you on a TV screen.
Oh my
I would
God,
not.
no, that would be no.
I would love to see that. Imagine us on This Morning.
Oh, don't.
Loose women.
Because in my brain, when I say don't say it because it's not appropriate, then something else goes, no, just say it. And it comes out.
I don't even have that. I say it and then I gauge the room and I'm like, I shouldn't have said that.
No, I don't.
Should not have said that.
Yeah.
I love that about you though.
Yeah.
I think we work well.
Well, I could never go on TV. That's a shame.
You so could. I would love us to host Big Brother.
Oh, I would as well.
That would be, I've made it then.
2 lesbians hosting Big Brother.
Iconic.
Brilliant.
Or we went in the Big Brother house together as a duo.
Yes, I'd love that.
Oh! Yeah, but the thing is though,
We
Paige,
could touch each other underneath the sheets.
you have to ruin it every time.
What?
That one
Every-
didn't even think
Every
about that. That one just
time.
came out.
Point, evidence, explanation.
That one just came out. I didn't even think about it. Didn't even think about it.
My point was... I'm all flustered because you said that. Woo, right. Sorry, guys. A load of rambling that was.
Yeah.
If that doesn't make the edit, don't leave that
Yeah.
in.
So let's get into the main topic of the pod anyway. You just turn the cameras off. No, fuck this. Get out.
They've been here long enough. Thank you so much, guys. Don't forget to like, rate, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah.
If you don't subscribe, please do. Don't be a silent watcher or silent listener.
Yeah.
Make sure you follow us. It helps.
Come on, girls and boys.
And they thems.
Yes.
And all in between. We love you. Bye.
See you at Pride.
See you, Pride.